Guys, when we hear about people that are old, broke, can't retire, or individuals that are working past retirement age, it's a fact. There's a lot of people out here, millions of adults, that will never be able to retire because they did not prepare for retirement. Let me tell you a quick story. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna pull out of my garage so I don't forget to open my garage before I take off to work. Just make the video in my driveway before I pull out. So guys, as I've said before, we have 2 restaurants in my travel center, right? We have 2 restaurants and a full service deli, right? And Cisco Foods is one of our delivery drivers. Cisco Foods out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. So my delivery driver, one of the drivers, he delivers on Tuesdays, and he lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So he's a Lions fan. So since he's been on this route, we shoot the shit about the Lions, right? The Lions, Detroit Lions football team. And so yesterday, I asked him, I said, Bud, I said, how old are you? I said, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Because he looks old. He said, I'm 62. I said, so how long are you planning on working? He said, Frank, I'll probably be working till I'm 65, 66. He says, I plan on going down to 4 days, probably within a couple years. And then I'll dwindle myself down from that point. But it'll probably be, he said, but I'll be working full time for at least a couple more years. I said, really? I said, you can't retire? He said, nope. He said, I made some bad decisions with my money. Translation, debt, reckless spending, not investing. And so I told him my plan. I was like, man, I'll be 54 in March. So my plan is to retire and 2028 at 56. And he's like, I wish I could have retired at 56. I wish I was in the financial position to retire at 56. I wished I would have took care of my money and been able to retire at 56. He said, I'd be living the life right now. Guys, there are millions and millions of people right now in that same exact position. Can't retire. Guys, his job is physically demanding. Physically demanding because he's delivering food. Drives a semi delivering food all day. I mean, they have to physically take the food off the pallets, stack them on his dolly, get at the edge of his truck, hit the, whatever you call it, the lift to bring them down and wheel it in and take each, and then just take, and then how they take the dolly, they come in with their stack, just move it, go back out. That is manual labor, guys. That is manual labor. The gentleman is 62 years old, and he looks every bit of 70. Manual labor at 62. Because I do not want to be doing manual labor at 62 years old. There's no way. No way. And guys, he told me he has wealthy friends. He has wealthy friends that because of investing into assets, because they've invested into assets and they did it for a long period of time, they're retired. They retired in their late 50s. His friends retired in their late 50s because they took care of their money. They didn't make the financial mistakes that he made. They didn't jack off their money. They didn't spend reckless. He said he got 2 buddies that are millionaires and already retired before 60 because they took care of their money. I've told you guys before, I got a lady that works for me. She's 68 years old, 2 years younger than my mother. And she works in my deli. She actually works at UPS during the day as a package handler. And then she works for me 3 to 4 days a week in the evening in my deli. She's working at 68 because she didn't take care of her money. Because she did not save. She did not invest. She did not build assets. She has debt. So she'll probably be working into her early 70s. But guys, again, that's why I'm on this platform, preaching what I preach. This gentleman telling me if I retire at 56, I'm the luckiest man walking. Luckiest man walking. He's 62 doing manual labor. Guys, I'm 53, and I wouldn't even want to do the job he's doing. And I'm in better shape. I wouldn't want to be driving a semi all day. Nothing wrong with driving a semi all day, but he drives a semi all day and he has to do physical labor because he's taking, like I said, boxes off pallets, stacking them on a dolly, wheeling them into the travel stop in the damn winter, or in the summertime when it's 85, 90 degrees outside. I would not want to do that job in my 60s, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. So people can say what they want to say about Frank. Call me whatever. Cheap, frugal. No, I'm just money conscious. And I have goals for my money. I'm not going to spend my money reckless. I'm not going to be going into debt. Because as long as you make those bad decisions, guys, the longer you will work. It's just simple as that. So to have these conversations with individuals that are in the position that I'm trying to avoid, it just makes you think. It just makes you stay on your path. It just makes you more in tune to your goals. Because there's no way in hell I would want to be 62 years old doing manual labor. I would not want to be 62 years old doing my job right now at 62. There comes a point in time when we got to live life. Because at that age, we know we have less days ahead. And it's time to go and enjoy life. You know, someone asked me yesterday about me retiring early. Or not about retiring early, but he asked me about the money aspect of it when I made the video about all of my profit sharing to be 100%. Gentleman said, Frank, let me ask you a question. Is your freedom for sale? And I thought, man, it was like a light bulb went off. I was like, wow, that was deep. Because if I stay past 56, I'm selling my freedom. That means my freedom has a price tag. Because I'm staying for the money, essentially. I would be essentially staying for the money. And I just don't think that's something I'm going to do. I'm just going to be aggressively paying down my house for the next couple of years. And then all the profit sharing I get for the next 2 years, starting in 2 weeks when I get my check in 2 weeks for year 22, for this year's check. You know, like I said, max out my Roth. And then the rest on the house. I'm just going to aggressively be paying down my house for the next couple of years. Every bonus, every profit sharing check, and aggressively pay down my house. Because I want to be gone, guys. My freedom is not for sale. So, guys, I'm going to head out, do my 9 hours, get back home this evening, and enjoy my day. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your day. Frank Talks Money. I'm out here.